Mesopotamia and the Fertile Crescent, the impact of a system of laws. The Code of Hammurabi was a written code of rules that guided an ancient society. What are some differences and similarities between the laws of Hammurabi and those of the United States? Modern-day Iraq. At times, it's been a chaotic and dangerous place. For Iraqis, the start of the 21st century was characterized by war and civil unrest. But this land is actually the birthplace of civilization, and the very spot where the rule of law was first laid down. This region of Southwest Asia was once known as Mesopotamia, the Greek name for the land between two rivers. Those rivers, the Tigris and Euphrates, made the area ideal for farming, and early people settled where crops would grow. About 13,000 years ago, farming villages sprang up along this part of the Fertile Crescent. Because of food surpluses, the settlements eventually expanded in both size and complexity. A people known as the Sumerians were the first to flourish in this cradle of civilization. They developed the world's first cities, centers of politics, religion, culture, and trade. Among the Sumerians' many great achievements is the creation of the world's first system of writing, known as cuneiform. Using sharp reeds, Sumerian scribes made wedge-shaped symbols in clay tablets. These symbols expressed complex ideas. Along with the wheel and the plow, writing was an innovation that enriched human society beyond measure. By 3500 BC, other societies had developed along the two rivers. The Akkadians, who spoke a Semitic language similar to Arabic or Hebrew, and the Babylonians, who occupied a 60-mile stretch of riverfront near present-day Baghdad. Because the region was flat and easy to traverse, invasions often occurred, and empires rose and fell. Several different groups battled to control Mesopotamia, but it was the Babylonians and their great king Hammurabi who succeeded. By 1792 BC, Hammurabi had brought all of Mesopotamia under his rule. He was a brilliant military leader, but also a wise governor who sowed law and order throughout his empire. In fact, he is most famous for his Code of Laws. Hammurabi's code was made up of 282 laws, dealing with all aspects of everyday life. Specific crimes brought specific penalties. Many crimes were punishable by death. Others called for grim punishments, such as an eye for an eye. These laws were applied according to one's social standing. Hammurabi had his code written down and probably read out loud on regular occasions, so ignorance was no excuse for breaking his laws. Hammurabi's code probably influenced some other ancient civilizations like the Hebrews. In time, most societies came to be governed by complex laws. Hammurabi's laws seem very harsh by today's standards, but the notion that a society can be governed by a written code has been very influential to our legal system. America's founding fathers wrote the U.S. Constitution, which became the supreme law of the land. For more than 2 centuries, America's written laws have guided society, imposing limits and prohibitions and setting sanctions. In 1789, John Adams wrote that the law alone saves a society from being ruled by mere brute power. All these years later, it is still clear that the law creates order and stability, where otherwise there would be confusion and chaos.